Hi, recently took delivery of a new 2015 KTM 500 EXC. Thought I'd give you a bit of a walk around and show you some of the modifications that we've made. So starting right here up the front, we added a really cool carbon fiber front disc guard. It incorporates that orange anodized hub, which replaces the hub that comes with the bike. So real easy installation and tons of protection for that front disc brake. If I scroll over to the engine of the bike, you can see that we added the KTM bash guard. We pulled this right out of the KTM Power Parts catalog. This is a real nice piece, gives good protection both underneath as well as to the sides of the engine cases. One disadvantage is you have to take it off in order to change the oil, although it's only 4 bolts and only takes a minute. Moving up from there, you can just see the bottom pieces of the radiator guards. So the KTM 500 has dual radiators, so we put the guards on there. Again, those are right out of the KTM catalog. Moving over here, I actually decided to leave the stock hand guards on. As you can see, I think they look really nice. They do offer a fair amount of protection. My buddy who has the exact same bike chose to remove the stock hand guards and put on these really slick wraparound. These again are KTM Power Parts, and just a little bit of additional protection there with the aluminum bars and the orange protectors. So another change is if I look over here at mine, you'll see that I really like a nice clean looking bike. I chose to remove the orange reflectors off the front forks and put on the included WP plastic shrouds, and that just sort of protects the fork a little bit. We move back over here to my buddy. As you can see that he chose to leave the reflectors on. I just think it gives a little bit of a cleaner look. Coming back, on both bikes we added the TMD heavy duty chain slide. This is a real nice, very aggressive protective piece, and I think it's a must on these bikes. We also changed the gearing on these to make them a little bit more enduro and a little less street. So these come from the factory with a 15 tooth front and a 45 rear. We chose to go with a 50 tooth rear. As you can see, we're using the KTM Power Parts Power Sprox, which is steel teeth aluminum hub. And on the front we changed the sprocket from 15 down to 14. This gives the bike much more grunt on the lower end, significantly more torque. We did lose a little bit of top end, but the bike still do 130, 135 kilometers an hour, so don't need it to go much faster than that. And it now makes the bike very torquey, so easy to wheelie and get over things in first, second, third, and fourth gear. So that's a real nice change that we made to the bike. Just moving over here to the back, I didn't like the original fender kit that came with the bike, so I mimicked what's on the 500 WXC. So the inner fender as well as the taillight is the WXC inner fender, and then I just added the KTM Power Parts plate holder. If you compare that to the original setup, as you can see, it's significantly more substantial with the turn signals, larger light, as well as a much larger fender and license plate bracket holder. Another significant change that I've made to mine is I added this really cool rear disc guard. So this protects the rear disc as well as creates a more substantial housing for the Brembo brake caliper and the caliper holding. So really happy with how that turned out, and a really nice piece of kit. We both put on Akrapovic exhausts. This particular Akrapovic has the removable inserts, and there's 2 inserts that come with it. This is sort of the medium. There's also one that is a little bit quieter, and then if you're running pure off-road, you can take the insert out 100%, which makes it really growl. Another really cool piece that we added, these bikes, again because they're street legal, come with mirrors on both sides. And we added these fold down mirrors, and this again just makes the bike legal, allows you to see what's going on behind you when you are traveling on the road, and then as soon as you get to the quarry or the track or your off-road area, it folds down completely out of the way. You wouldn't even know it's there. Changed the bar pad. It came with a very small pad. Added the Renthal pad. So Very happy with the bike. We've got about 6 hours on them so far. We've had their first oil change, and they work really well. I'll show you how it sounds with that Akrapovic exhaust. No big difference at idle versus stock, but significantly throatier when you rev it up. So very happy with how that looks. And Akrapovic is just pure quality, right down to, you know, even the inside of the bike looks nice and professional, and looks pretty trick with that Akrapovic exhaust. Anyway, those are our 2015 500 EXC KTMs, and we'll post some rides of us getting out there and getting them dirty. Cheers.